Hello people, so today we are going to learn about simple drop-down lists in Microsoft Excel. So first thing, why would we need a simple drop-down list in Microsoft Excel in the first place? Number one is for consistency. If you wanted data to be entered in a consistent way within your Excel sheet, then you may want to use drop-down lists. Number two, if you want to save time and simplify the work of those entering data within your Excel sheets, then you may as well want to use your drop-down list. So we may want to insert drop-down list, for example, in this particular case, just below the column heading name for the various names that we have of people working in this particular hypothetical company. So what you do is you click on the cell where you want to insert the drop-down list. Then you make sure you are at Data tab, then you go to the Data Tools panel, then you click within this particular icon for data validation. There's a drop-down arrow there, click on it, then you select on data validation. You'll get a dialog containing various tabs, and this is a dialog because pretty much you can communicate with it through these particular tabs. Now, you are going to select on list, and then you are going to specify your source. So you have two options. You can actually specify your source from either the main table or the database if you have one. Now that I have one, I'll go and specify my source from the database. Once I select that range, then I'm able to click on OK. Now when you see this particular glyph, it will simply mean that you've actually inserted your drop-down list. So now you have a drop-down list of all the names that you'd want to appear within that particular cell when selected. Now let me choose on someone like Cynthia Precious for now. You can go ahead and choose any other name, like maybe Juvenile Benson. Now let's take it to the next level. We may also want to insert drop-down lists, for example, for our departments for this particular hypothetical company. Again, drop-down arrow, data validation. We still select on list. So this time around, our source should also still be coming from the database. I have it tagged within my database sheet. So I'm going to select that particular range of my departments. Click on that arrow. When I select OK, that glyph is appearing. So that means I already have my drop-down list. I can choose on any department that I want, say marketing. So at H, let's introduce something. Now, drop-down lists are almost always used with data validation in Microsoft Excel. So for this particular case, we want to first insert a drop-down list for H and then bring in a bit of data validation. So the first thing that we do is that we go to data, then we select on that data validation. Let's select it from this particular range. So when you select on that, then you realize that we have our drop-down arrow, which has already been inserted. You can choose on whichever edge that you want to choose. Now, so how do you use drop-down list with data validation? This is how we use it. At this particular range of cells where we are entering the edge, you can just come here, data validation. Now we have another tab here. You can select actually whole number. When you select a whole number option, you can choose data between a given range. Say you want from age 18 minimum to maximum 65. So that means that you don't want to actually employ anyone below the age of 18 years old and above the age of 65. So for input message, maybe you need to check this, show input message when cell is selected. So here for title, you can just say age restriction. So age restriction, input message, you can just write there, enter age between 18 and 65 years old. Then now you go here to alert error. So we want that if show error alert after invalid data is entered. So when we enter data other than or which is not falling between the age of 18 and 65, then we can have a title like invalid age entered and error message. You can just reinforce that somebody needs to enter an age between 18 and 65 years old. Now once you have it like that, then you'll go ahead and just click on OK. So now if I come and click on that cell, then I'm being told through that particular tooltip that there is an age restriction there, and I'm supposed to enter an age between 18 and 65 years old. If somebody is 17 years old, I'll have this particular dialog warning me that there's a problem, and I'm being told to enter an age between 18 and 65 years old. So, and likewise, if you go ahead and enter an age like, let's say 70. Now, for gender, there's something else that I would want to introduce. You may just go ahead and introduce your, or rather insert your drop-down list. This time around, for gender, we can either have male or female. Now, when you click on OK, you have male. You can either choose male or female. Alternatively, you can come to this particular range, then you select on data validation. You may want to have a list there. So source, you can as well just go and type in male or female. What this one means is that we want to display drop-down list within every single cell in that particular range of cells. So when now you click on OK, then you realize that within every single cell that we have, then we have a drop-down list from where we can select the various gender that we have. I hope you've enjoyed as I have enjoyed, and thank you so much for joining.